3 quarters, he was basically chilling after that.
And what a win it was. Just dominant
Yes.
from start to finish.
Yeah.
It was, Kristen. I think also if you're a Utah Jazz fan, you can't be happy about the outcome because they got blown out and it didn't look good when Donovan Mitchell was walking off at all.
It didn't. We'll, of course, keep you updated with the latest as to what we know, if we know anything. But
We
let's
know
talk a little
Luka
bit
got off.
about what made Luka so good in this one. It wasn't just that he scored as many points as he did, but he did it as efficiently as he did. Zeke?
Yeah, we talked about him moving the ball, sharing the basketball, and you talk about his efficiency. 50% from the field, 11 to 22, and then rebounding the basketball and then moving it. So everybody got a chance to touch it, feel it, be a part of the game. And that's what makes Luka really so dangerous. I mean, because he can take over a game anytime. And I just thought that Utah switching, every time he wanted a basket, he was like, hey, Gobert, come over here, And anytime you got Gobert out on the perimeter, even though he's the defensive player of the year, you got him out on the perimeter trying to guard Luka. He's got no shot.
Defensive player of the year inside the paint.
Yes.
Not outside the paint. And I think that's where, as a coaching staff and even as a teammate, I'm coming over and hitting Isaiah. And then you just got to be in full rotation. I don't understand why now everybody just leaves everybody on the island. No matter in basketball, the best players always get doubled.
Yes.
And then you're going through a full rotation, and then that's where you got to talk, communicate, and get out of there and leave the guy that you think that can't beat you. And if he beats you, you just shake his hand.
Yeah, and that there was a time in the NBA, and I do remember that, defensive schemes in terms of hedging, showing, I mean, those were things that were taught. It just wasn't, oh, I give up, switch. There was a part of teaching that went into the game that just didn't go into the last result was a switch. It's like right now, the last result has become the first option is to switch on defense. Where it used to be, you were taught to get up with that man, hedge, get over, get back.
Next guy bump.
Yeah, there were techniques. There were defensive techniques and schemes to the way you play defense. Now it's like every team defensively plays the exact same way. So give me some diversity. Give me some that makes people have to think their way through the game, other than I'm gonna play against you the whole game because I know y'all gonna switch. Can you imagine a quarterback in football understanding the defensive scheme that the defenders are going to play against every time?
Every time down.
Every time down, right?
And not being shown anything different.
Not shown anything different, but this is what I'm going to see the whole game, and you're going to let, Tom Brady and them guys stand back there and just pick you apart. Well, that's what's happening in basketball today.
Luka finished plus 32. He had more points, Smitty, more rebounds, and more threes than anyone on the other team. This is a pivotal Game 5, knowing how often Game 5 winners go on to win the series when it's tied at 2 apiece, and he accepted the challenge.
Yeah, and I think even before Luka came back, it was a struggle for the Utah Jazz to beat the Dallas Mavericks without their best player. Now you bring their best player. He didn't have a great game the last game before, but their best player that can beat you with the pass, that can beat you with the shot, that can beat you off the dribble. Now you're put in a situation right now is I got to help off of maybe Jalen Brunson. He gets a free run. Everybody is in rhythm because they have played without Luka, and now with Luka, who is making you pay. Like Isaiah said, to me, I would have forced Luka to think. You're not letting him think. If the great players don't have to think, it becomes easy. I'm hedging, I'm trapping, I'm blitzing, I'm picking him up. Watch Willie Green versus Chris Paul.
Yes.
You can beat us, Chris Paul, because you're that good, but you're going to have to work.
Yeah, and you're going to see some diversity. You're not going to see the same look for 48 minutes. You're going to get a trap. We're going to pick you up full court. We're going to force you left. We're going to force you to your weak hand. We're going to do some things to make it difficult for you, as opposed to giving you a 7-foot center to play against out on the perimeter.